guys, welcome back to another video. As you can tell, I'm on turbo. Part of me very much wishes I was outside today, because look at that. So, oh well, I have to suck it up and stay on here. Still not 100% kind of back from my cold that I had last week. I feel like I'm sort of 80-90% there, but it's still lingering a little bit. So initially this week has been very much aerobic, keeping the body moving, not stressing it too much. And then back end of this week's a bit more intensity. So, and I see how the body feels today. Kind of hour and a half, hour and 40 on the turbo. Some FTP intervals with short rest. Can't remember what the session is, so I'll put it on the screen now. And yeah, fingers crossed the body feels all right. And then we've got some other bits and bobs to do later. Still working on holding the new position, but all in all it's feeling really, really good. So big improvements there, and it's just about now working on holding it at intensity during certain sessions. So having on the turbo is just ideal. All I need to do is think about the effort and sit in position, which is good. So let's get the session done and crack on. Session done and done. Felt mediocre, side of like 6, 7 out of 10. So yeah, I'll take it. So gonna refuel quickly now and then head to the pool and get that done. Really good swim actually, bit of a threshold set with Jack, 4K in total, and the main set was 2 4s, 4 2s, 8 1s, going on a 90 base, and honestly like feeling really good actually in the water, which is really, really nice. Like that's the thing that's maybe come on the most this season. I'd say I've come on quite a bit in all 3 disciplines, but the swim has definitely been a thing that I've enjoyed seeing the progression of, and worked really bloody hard to try and get it to the place that it is now. And I feel like there's still a lot of progression to be had in the water, which is really promising. But yeah, I felt great there, like 400s coming in on 5 minutes, felt really cruisy. 200s coming in on 2:26, 2:27, 100s coming in on sort of 1:10, 1:11, and yeah, felt great for the whole thing. Like, so, you know, it's just one swim. It doesn't mean that, you know, other swims are going to go so well. You obviously have to enjoy those good sessions, but there are always sessions that aren't going to go so well. But it is really nice that overall my swim has progressed really nicely this year. And you know what? I'm going to bloody say it. Andy Horsfield Turner, if you're watching this, I'm coming for you, mate. All right. I know you're number 1 on the PTO in the swim, but I'm coming for you. You better watch yourself. All right. Because next year, I'm going to be on your bloody feet, mate, for maybe 2 minutes. No, all joking aside, that is the biggest thing that I'm really, well, it's not the biggest thing that I'm trying to push on. I'm trying to push on overall, but the swim's a massive, massive thing to have in your arsenal. And the fact that, you know, I've had some good positive swims this season already, and I feel like there's so much more progression to be had there. So yeah, it shows that the hard work's paying off, and long may it last. Now, for those of you that know Triathlon Dan, first of all, I feel sorry for you. That's ultimately, yeah, I mean, terrible news. But he has asked me, quite nicely actually, which is a surprise from him, to have a little section in this video to promote his Send It Squad training platform, I believe, or training community. Anyway, links in the description below. And from what I hear, it's not one-to-one coaching, but it's a community-based kind of like 12-week program where you can get involved and basically do certain set sessions. And you also get the ability to do like Zoom calls while you're training as well. So that's for that community aspect to it. So anyway, if you want more information about that, links in the description below. I believe that The entries for that are closing today. So when this video goes out, so Friday. So do go and check it out if that's something you're interested in. If it's not something you're interested in, trust me, I do not blame you. If it was someone else who was running it, yeah, it'd be fine. But Triathlon Dan, bit risky. I'm joking. If you think that would be good fun, go and click the link in the description below. And hopefully this makes Dan happy for a little bit. He can stop bullying me. So the main topic of this video is to discuss my kind of thought process for either having another attempt at a full later this year or not having another attempt. The reason why I kind of want another attempt is just because obviously I had an absolute shocker at 10B, and I feel like I just want to get one under my belt, and I do really want to try and do one, and I feel like I've done a lot of really good work this season to get myself in really good, not just 70.3 shape, but good Ironman shape. And it'd be a real shame not to kind of test the body and just see what happens at another event, and fingers crossed it would go well. The issue is, because it's obviously getting later on in the season, there is limited choices for what races are available. So really, in my mind, there's only 2 races that are going to be available. Number 1 is Arizona, and that's kind of mid-November. And then number 2 is Israel. And again, that's kind of around the same time, mid-November. Now, I guess the reason why I wouldn't do one, and this is part of my, I'm kind of 50-50 with it at the minute. So 50% of me is like, no, go and do Peguera, have a really good hit out, fingers crossed for a good race, and kind of finish the season there. Plan the winter training going forward, have a really good block of winter training, and just think about next season. And along with that, that part of me is thinking it's going to be really expensive to get out to Arizona or to Israel, so it's extra cost, which it's going to be a lot of money. It's also a lot of travel, so that makes things slightly more complicated. Obviously, the benefit of Wales was like, it was just an easy drive to get there, but with the flights, accommodation stuff, all those different things, it's going to cost a lot of money. The climate, I think Arizona's still meant to be fairly warm that time of year, and I'm not that amazing in the heat, and I think Israel's probably going to be quite warm as well. And part of me is just like, is my body going to be up to it? I feel like I've done really good training, but I do have that lingering thought in my head of like, oh, Wales just went so bad, maybe I need a bit more time between trying for another one. So those are kind of the, I guess, the thought processes for not doing it. And then part of me's this thought process of, yeah, screw it, just do it, is exactly that. It's just like, nah, screw it, just give it another go. I feel good, I feel fit, and I want to have a good hit out. Part of me is also like, I want, it's not necessarily chasing results, but I would love to finish the season climbing up the PTO ranks a little bit. But that's kind of like a secondary thing. I think the primary is like, I want to give a full another go. It'll be an exciting race to get to. I think Arizona and Israel are both actually like, they do get quite stacked as well, even being in November and obviously after the World Champs and Kona. It'll be a good opportunity to have a good hit out against, you know, some really big names in the sport and see where I'm at. And the other benefit for doing one is Jack, who I train with, you know, most of the time. We do all of our swims together, we do a lot of our runs, a lot of our bikes together. He is doing Israel. So if I was doing it on my own, it'd be quite lonely, it'd be quite difficult, especially like from now to November, the UK like weather starts to get quite bad. And when you're training on your own to stay in shape for an Ironman, I can imagine that would be quite difficult. But I'd have someone doing exactly the same thing as me, so feeding off his energy and both working together on that. That's a massive pro for me. I'm researching both of them at the minute, and yeah, I'm not too sure which one. If I was going to go for one, I don't know which one I would go for. And so it's, yeah, that's my thought process at the minute. But I'm still very much 50-50, and I think what I'm actually going to do is wait until Peguera and make a decision after that, because I'm pretty sure the registration deadline is a few days after Peguera. So whether Peguera goes well or not, fingers crossed it goes well, because I feel like I'm in good shape for it, and I feel like it would be a good race for me. depending on the result and depending on how I'm feeling after and depending on a few other factors, maybe I would make the decision to just jump on it and go for it. And likewise, maybe I'll end up saying no, I'm done for the season. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know what I'm thinking, because maybe I've got one more race for the season, but maybe I've got two. Right, let's go on this run. The run done, just a nice chilled hour on the trails and down to the beach. Yeah, another decent training day in the bank. Nothing too crazy, but all these training days compound and they all add up. So it's another 4 hours ticked off, which is nice. And yeah, we're looking forward to Challenge Peguera, which is coming up very soon. And yeah, looking forward to just kind of testing myself and testing my ability again in a few weeks. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.